Most people believe belly fat is a calorie problem. It's not, it's a hormone problem. And if you understand what happens inside your body 1 hour after dinner, you can completely change how your body stores or burns fat while you sleep. Let me explain this simply. After dinner, your blood sugar rises. Whenever blood sugar rises, your pancreas releases insulin. Insulin is not a bad hormone, but it has one primary job: store energy. As long as insulin is high, your body cannot burn fat. It doesn't matter how healthy you ate or how many calories you cut. Now, here's the key problem most people don't realize. Dinner is usually the largest meal of the day, eaten when we are least active. So blood sugar stays elevated longer, insulin stays high longer, and fat burning shuts off for the entire night. That's why belly fat accumulates even in people who eat healthy. Now, here's the powerful part. There is something very simple you can do 1 hour after dinner that dramatically lowers insulin, improves digestion, and flips your body into fat burning mode while you sleep. That one thing is this. Most people believe belly fat is simply the result of eating too much or not moving enough. They think that skipping a meal or doing an extra set of crunches will somehow erase the fat around their waist. But the truth is far more shocking. Belly fat is not just about calories. It is about hormones. It is about the chemical signals your body sends and receives every hour of the day. Signals that either tell your body to burn fat or to hold on to it at all costs. And of all the hormones in your body, one of them stands out as the ultimate fat guardian: insulin. Insulin is not evil. In fact, without insulin, you would not survive. It is the hormone that allows your cells to absorb glucose from the bloodstream, giving you energy. But here's the catch. Insulin is also the hormone that tells your body, store fat, do not burn it. Every time you eat a meal that raises your blood sugar, your pancreas releases insulin into your bloodstream. And the higher your blood sugar spikes, the more insulin is released. When insulin is high, fat burning shuts off completely. Your body cannot touch the fat stored around your organs, the fat that makes your belly bulge, the fat that increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. The body is perfectly designed for survival. It wants to store energy in times of plenty, so you have fuel when food is scarce. But in the modern world, food is rarely scarce. Meals are large, sugar is abundant, and your body never gets the signal that it's safe to burn stored fat. Most people eat dinner late, sit immediately after, and scroll on their phones or watch TV. Every bite sends insulin higher. Every minute prolongs fat storage. And this is why belly fat accumulates even in people who seem to eat healthy. It is not overeating. It is the timing, the insulin spikes, and the way the body responds to sugar in the blood. Science confirms this. Studies show that people who eat their largest meal at night tend to store more fat than those who eat earlier in the day. A study published in Obesity revealed that late-night eaters had higher insulin levels overnight and less fat burning compared to early eaters, even when calorie intake was identical. Another study in Cell Metabolism found that insulin controls not just fat storage, but fat distribution. High insulin encourages the body to store fat specifically in the abdominal area around the organs, because that is where fat is safest for survival. This is why belly fat is the first to appear and the last to leave. And here's what makes it even more alarming. Chronic high insulin doesn't just store fat. It drives inflammation, damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and increases your risk of type 2 diabetes. Every time insulin spikes at night, your body is forced into storage mode when it should be in repair mode. You see, during sleep, the body should be healing. Growth hormone should be released to repair tissues and burn fat. But if insulin is high, this process is blocked. Fat cannot be released. Growth hormone cannot act effectively. Your metabolism slows. You wake up feeling bloated, heavy, and frustrated. You think, I must have eaten too much. But the truth is, your body is not lazy. It is simply obeying the chemical signals you have sent it. And here is where it gets even more interesting. Not all calories are created equal. A meal high in sugar or refined carbs causes a far greater insulin spike than a protein-rich or high-fiber meal. That means a small sugary dessert after dinner can sabotage hours of fat burning. Even a handful of crackers or a slice of fruit with high sugar content can prolong insulin elevation, keeping fat trapped in your belly all night. Science supports this with astonishing clarity. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that even modest increases in blood sugar at night suppress fat oxidation by up to 30%. That means your body burns 30% less fat simply because insulin is elevated. And this is why traditional dieting often fails. People cut calories, skip meals, or try extreme workouts. But if they do not control insulin timing, their belly fat stubbornly remains. Fat is not lazy. Your body is following a rule. Burn fat only when insulin is low. Ignore this, and you fight a losing battle. But here's the empowering part. Once you understand this mechanism, you gain control. You can lower insulin at night, restore fat burning, and finally release the belly fat your body has been holding for months or even years. The first step is timing. Allow your body to digest fully after dinner. Avoid lying down immediately. Give insulin a chance to drop. Pair this with movement, even a simple 10-20 minute walk. Science shows that physical activity after meals lowers postprandial glucose levels and reduces the insulin response, activating fat burning earlier in the night. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to starve yourself. You just need to work with your body's natural chemistry. Another powerful tool is meal composition. Reduce refined carbs at dinner. Focus on protein, fiber, and healthy fats. These foods cause smaller insulin spikes and keep your body in a fat-burning friendly state. Herbs and spices like cinnamon and ginger can further improve insulin sensitivity, making your body more efficient at managing blood sugar. And over time, these small adjustments create profound results. Fat that once refused to leave your belly begins to melt. Your waistline shrinks. Energy levels rise. Inflammation decreases. You are no longer fighting your body. You are finally working with it. This is the power of understanding hormones. Belly fat is not a moral failing. It is not laziness. It is a survival mechanism responding to chemical signals. Once you know the rules, you can bend them in your favor. Insulin is the gatekeeper. Master the timing, manage the spikes, and you unlock the fat-burning process that most people never access. And the results are not just physical. Reducing belly fat improves heart health, lowers diabetes risk, enhances sleep quality, and even boosts mood. It is transformation from the inside out. The moment you understand this truth, you see the body in a new light. Fat is not your enemy. It is simply a message that tells you to adjust the timing, respect the chemistry, and your body will finally give you back the shape, health, and vitality it has been withholding. This is why focusing on insulin after dinner is not just a tip. It is the cornerstone of fat loss science. It is the hidden key that every diet, every workout, and every supplement cannot replace. Because while calories count, hormones rule. And when you master insulin, belly fat becomes nothing more than a memory. Most people underestimate the power of what they drink after dinner. We focus on food, calories, and exercise, but the beverages we consume in the evening can determine whether our body burns fat or stores it while we sleep. After a post-dinner walk, your body is primed for fat burning. Insulin levels have dropped, glucose is being used by your muscles, and your digestive system is active. This is the perfect window to give your body one more signal, one final nudge to maximize fat mobilization overnight. That signal comes in the form of simple natural drinks, warm water, cinnamon water, or herbal teas like ginger or fennel. And the science behind this is nothing short of fascinating. Cinnamon is not just a spice for taste, it is a metabolic powerhouse. Research published in Diabetes Care and the Journal of the American College of Nutrition shows that cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity. In simple terms, it helps your body use insulin more efficiently. Lower insulin, more efficient glucose management, and reduced fat storage. The equation is simple yet profoundly effective. Just half a teaspoon of cinnamon in warm water after your walk can help regulate blood sugar and signal your body that it is safe to burn stored fat. And this is not a claim without evidence. In controlled studies, participants who consumed cinnamon daily showed significant reductions in fasting blood sugar and improved fat metabolism compared to those who did not. But it is not just about blood sugar. Cinnamon has anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation in the body impairs fat burning mechanisms. It disrupts hormones like leptin, which tells your brain when you are full, and ghrelin, which controls hunger. By reducing inflammation, cinnamon helps your body regain hormonal balance, which is critical for overnight fat loss. Then there is ginger. Ginger is one of the most studied herbs in human metabolism. It enhances digestion, accelerates gastric emptying, and prevents food from sitting in your gut too long. This is important because slow digestion overnight can lead to bloating, discomfort, and metabolic stagnation. Ginger also has thermogenic properties, meaning it increases the body's internal heat, which slightly raises metabolism and encourages fat burning. Even small amounts of ginger in warm water or tea after your walk have measurable effects on your body's ability to mobilize fat during rest. Fennel is another ancient herb that works wonders. It relaxes the digestive tract, reduces gas and bloating, and supports healthy gut microbiota. A healthy gut is not just about comfort. It is intimately linked with metabolism. Studies have shown that gut microbiome composition can influence fat storage, insulin sensitivity, and inflammation. By improving gut health with simple herbal drinks, you are indirectly enhancing your body's capacity to burn belly fat overnight. And then there is the simplest option of all, warm water. Warm water alone triggers parasympathetic activation, relaxing your digestive system and signaling to the body that the eating phase is over. This is critical because when the body senses that the day's energy intake is complete, it begins mobilizing stored fat for energy. These drinks have another powerful benefit. They create a psychological cue. The ritual of sipping a warm, calming beverage after your evening walk signals to your brain that the day is done, stress is decreasing, and it is time to rest. This reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that promotes belly fat storage. High cortisol not only increases appetite at night, but also makes your body store fat preferentially around the abdomen. Timing is everything. Drinking these beverages immediately after your walk, about 30-60 minutes after dinner, ensures that insulin levels are low and that digestion is active. This creates the perfect environment for your body to continue burning fat while you sleep. And the results are not hypothetical. Clinical studies show that simple dietary interventions, like consuming cinnamon or ginger at specific times, improve glucose metabolism, reduce visceral fat, and support overnight fat mobilization. Combine this with the post-dinner walk and you create a synergistic effect. Movement lowers insulin. Natural beverages enhance digestion, reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and promote hormonal balance. Together, these practices create a nightly fat-burning routine that is easy, sustainable, and effective. Many people ask, do I need fancy supplements or complicated drinks? The answer is no. Nature has provided everything you need. Warm water, cinnamon, ginger, fennel, all inexpensive, safe, and scientifically proven. The key is consistency. Over time, the cumulative effect is profound. Waistlines shrink, bloating disappears, energy improves, sleep quality rises, and your body becomes more efficient at using stored fat. And there is another surprising truth. These simple drinks support more than fat loss. They improve digestion, reduce nighttime cravings, and even enhance mental clarity in the morning. Imagine this. Each night, your body is given the perfect signal. A post-dinner walk to lower insulin, followed by a calming drink to optimize digestion and hormonal balance. While you sleep, your body accesses the fat it has been storing stubbornly around your belly. Growth hormone surges, fat oxidation occurs, and you wake up lighter, more energized, and healthier. And the most remarkable part? It requires almost no effort, no extreme diets, no hours in the gym, no pills or powders, just alignment with your body's natural rhythms. Over time, these simple choices create profound transformation. Belly fat is stubborn, but it is not invincible. It responds to timing, natural signals, and consistent science-backed practices. Once you begin, the results reinforce the habit. You see progress, you feel lighter, you sleep better, and your body begins to operate at a higher level. The post-walk drink is the final step in a system designed for fat loss,